was our first guest, driving with Jerry Seinfeld and comedians in cars getting coffee.
They are hitting the road again in a live stand-up tour. Get ready. Please welcome Jim Gaffigan.
That was quite the intro, Jim.
Thank you. There's barely any booing, which is nice.
Right? Thank you.
You and Jerry, tell me about your friendship. How long have you been friends? Why does this combo work?
It is so interesting because I think it was around the time of that show, and I had a show that he was on. But we are, Jerry is kind of like the Socrates of comedy.
Right.
But we always have some fun. So we decided to do some 4 cities, and we've added second shows in Chicago and San Francisco.
There it is.
Well, thank you.
Now,
and I'm helping out. I like to think that I'm helping out Jerry Seinfeld. You know what I mean?
He needs money.
That poor guy. He should experience some success.
Please, in his lifetime.
at some modicum.
Right.
What does going on tour with Jerry though change for you? Like, is there a better menu in the green room? Is there a private jet from city to city?
Well, I don't know.
Was there that already?
No. Well, no. I'm way too cheap. I've got too many kids too. But
practical.
I would say that with Jerry, I don't know, but I think that Jerry might be far more active during the day. Like, I don't leave my hotel room.
Is that right?
I'm kind of this, I'm like a bear. I have to hibernate during the day so that I can be awake and active for maybe 2 hours.
Okay.
And then I go back to my room. So I think that Jerry might be more of like, we'll have breakfast and maybe see a movie. I don't know. It's like a date. My fear is that Jerry or I will do our show, and then, like, I'm worried that the entire audience is going to be like, we're just here for Jerry. And then, like, I get upset.
No!
You know what I mean?
Absolutely not.
Are you two, who else is that? Do you call it clean comedy, or I call it the more creative? Like, you guys, it's not PG, it's just clever, like, but there's no curse words or like.
It's ordained by Jesus.
There it is. I don't know how to say it other than that.
No, it is. It's weird. There's so many different styles of stand-up, and we are like-minded in our material and stuff like that. But I would say that, yeah, there is something about, at our shows, there could be, an 18-year-old and an 80-year-old, and you could be on a date or you could be with your grandma. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of all ages.
So
but
if you were going to curse, what would be the one you'd use?
What curse
Dog
word?
manure.
I don't know about you, but I curse more in front of my kids than I do anywhere else. That's how lovable they are.
How many kids, again, do you have, and what are the ages?
I have 5. I have
This is a dangerous
10,
game.
12, 14, 17, and 19.
Wow.
Ooh.
And they are all unemployed.
Now, the 19-year-old in college or about to go?
She's in college. She just finished her first year.
With that many kids, when one leaves the nest, does it even matter?
It's, I love my 10-year-old, but I'm just like, I think he should go to college next year. Do you know what I mean?
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot.
So wait a minute, your kids are done.
No, I've
They're
got 3, but they're 21, 20, 16, still one at home.
16, that's
and it's
the boy that's at home.
And he's so easy.
I feel like boys are easier.
They're easy. They're way easier.
It's like, because boys can't get pregnant. You know what I mean?
Good point with that. How is your wife? I was at your stand-up special. He opens it up. His wife has a brain tumor, and he goes with the size of. No, she's fine. He goes this whole thing about which fruit the tumor should be. Like, is it a cantaloupe? Is it an orange? Is it a lemon?
Yeah.
I'm not a comic, but anyway, how is the wife?
She is.
You're trying to explain the joke to your friend next to the actual
land.
originator of the joke.
Maybe he should tell.
You tell the joke.
No, my wife is great. She, she's a hero. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like 5 kids. She had a brain tumor. She had Lyme disease, and she's married to me. That's hard.
And you can't complain about anything.
And I do complain. But she's amazing. She's amazing.
Okay,
and what else does she tell me to say? She is also brilliant and smart and kind.
Wait, what is that list? I saw
Nordstrom
something.
These are, by the way, these are old.
Is this your to-dos?
This is old. That was in my coats. My coat. I call it plural. It was in, some of this stuff.
Is that like a to-do list?
I don't know how long ago.
No, is that, I always think about this with comics. Are those bits that pop in your head that you always carry a pen and write down immediately?
Yeah, well, it's also, I'm very obsessive in how I work. So, but right before a show, I will write out beats for every joke. But also with new jokes, they'll be like, all right, so I'm going to try this line or this premise after it. And so some of this is, like I tried to do all this material on, like I'll ask the crowd, are you excited for the fight this weekend? And then some of them, there's a fight every weekend, right? You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? And it's always a big fight. Oh, big fight. Big
okay,
fight.
but Jim,
big fight.
I see art murderer. Is that art murder?
Anti-murder.
Oh.
No, this is anti-murder. This is about, some of it is you want to challenge your audience. So, like, I tell a story about, everyone's had this where every person has been like, oh, that person's into me. And then eventually you realize, oh, they're not. I'm crazy. And so, like, there was this waitress at this restaurant, and I thought, oh, she's into me. And then later on, I saw her on the street, and so I did what any happily married man would do. I followed her home and killed her.
My God!
But like, I say that, and then I say, I'm joking, obviously, and I would even describe myself as anti-murder. That's, you know what I mean? That's where the anti-murder
By the way, it
was.
goes right back in the coats.
Right back in the coats.
Right back,
Plural. Plural.
Oh,
I'd love to look at that list. This is great.
This is incredible.
You can have the list.
This is
you
so
can
good.
have it.
Sit right there, guys. When we come back, more with Jim after the message.
Oh my God. So good. That was Jim Gaffigan from his new Prime Video special, Dark Pale.
Wait, before we dive in, we did look up your TikTok that your daughter started. What is he titled as?
America's Next Drag Superstar.
There he is, everybody.
There he is. What would be your drag name if you had a drag persona? You were a
Pasty
drag
Magoo.
queen.
Pasty Magoo.
Pasty Magoo?
I don't know. I don't know anything about.
Well, your Prime Video special is called Dark Pale.
Yes.
That could also be the name. Explain the title.
Well, the I have, this is my 10th comedy special, and occasionally.
Come on, that's.
Thank you.
You in the back.
I'm only 23, too. You know what I mean? By the age of 23, 10. No, but the Dark Pale is about, I am very pale, but like also, some of the material, I feel like over the past couple of years, we've witnessed such a heavy kind of darkness.
Yeah.
Right? And it's, by the way, it's on a lot, some of it's pandemic, some of it's just like, we're this divided country. We have to laugh about this stuff because it is pretty dark.
I know that people, every time they see you, like, it's a Hot Pocket something or other.
Yes.
I just wonder, like, how has your relationship grown with Hot Pockets these days? Like, how are you feeling about them?
It's like...
Do people still shout it at you?
Yeah, there's still some of that. But, like, I am so kind of, I probably stopped doing the joke maybe 8 or 10 years ago.
Oh.
But now I was even at this Cuban bakery, and there was an empanada. And that's too close to an Hot Pocket. So I didn't get the empanada. So it's a little bit like, there's a little bit of...
Well, don't look. We're so glad that you're done with Hot Pockets because we got you a gift.
Oh, my God.
We got you Hot Pocket shorts. We got you Hot Pocket shorts.
How tight is that in there?
The Hot Pocket warm.
Dear Jim, smile or I will kill you.
No, how cute is Jay? No, you have to look, Jim, at this. Hot Pockets came out with their own clothing. This is a real thing. And there's pockets that you can keep it cold or hot. That's you. Nice job.
It looks good on him. This is a good outfit.
We thought you would like that.
But he's eating that, so we know he's leaving here and walking right to a bathroom.
By the way, you laugh all the time about the food that you love, all of this. They love you in the Midwest. You were just back at Wrigley Field.
Did you throw the first pitch?
I did.
Did it make it to the catcher?
I did not. I did not 50 Cent it.
Okay. Okay.
And by the way,
did you practice?
I did not practice.
You did it. You did.
I had thrown out a pitch at a White Sox game maybe
they don't count.
10
Every
years
Cubs
ago.
fan knows that.
And I practice all the time, but I was working on a movie because of the strike. They were like, do everything now.
Right.
And so I didn't practice. And I remember my wife was like, I can't believe you didn't practice.
Do we have a video of it? Or because when we threw out the first pitch of the Dodgers game, my husband gave me the best advice. Loosen your grip when you throw it. Because if you hold it tight because you're nervous up there, you're going to ground it. We threw strikes. Did you throw a strike?
I would say mine was a ball. It was a little, but there was no bounce.
Were you nervous?
I was definitely, all you can do is avoid humiliation.
100%.
It's not like you're going to throw out the first pitch and someone's going to be like, we should hire
get that guy a uniform.
Like, there's literally players throwing it 100 miles an hour.
So
and you're like, maybe like,
It is so nerve-wracking. We were so nervous.
I just like, can I get a Dodger dog now? Because this is too stressful for me.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Right?
Then you sang Take Me Out to the Ball Game in Chicago. It's the 7th inning stretch. The legendary Harry Carey started it. By the way, when I met my husband, the very same day he met Harry Carey, and I don't ask him which is more meaningful by any means, because this is a big deal. How did this go for you?
This was even scarier than throwing out the pitch.
Yeah.
I do not music and songs are a mystery to me. When people are like, you're off pitch, I'm like, I don't know what that means. I don't. So I was just like, I got to get through this.
Did they ask you to do it, or was this like a Kevin Hart on the field after the Super Bowl type of thing? You know, where you was like, give me the microphone.
This is one of those where they're like, you're more than welcome to do that too. And I, grew up watching Harry Carey and watching the Cubs games, and they were all during the day at that point.
Right.
And so it was one of those things I couldn't turn it down.
Come on.
You know what I mean? You can't turn it down.
Have you watched the video? Have you watched it back?
I have watched it back, and it is, I'm just so thrilled because, again, music is so intimidating to me. Like, I don't even like when people are like, what are you listening to? I'm like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, don't ask me. Whatever music you like, leave me alone.
Share.
Right? So it's like the concept of singing is just bizarre. My children can play the piano and all that stuff, but I don't know.
We can't wait to come see you on tour. Thanks for coming by.
Well,
don't forget your Hot Pocket.
Oh, yes.
Check out Jim's website for tickets to his tour, and you can catch Full Circle. We didn't get to talk about your show on Max. We'll be right back.
Oh, my God.